childhood trauma and how could it affect your life?
I like the expression childhood trauma because I think many of us don't really understand what it means. But how about this? I was speaking to someone today and they've given me permission to tell this story. They said, so this person's middle aged, it's a male. And they said, when they were about 10, they said their mother was always really mean. His mother was always mean. Said, when I was about 10, I was going to vomit at the table. I knew I was going to vomit at the dinner table. I was really unwell. And told everyone, and mum said, no, you can't go. And then scolded me for even wanting to vomit. And then he said he turned to the side and vomited on the floor. And his mother was so angry with him, called him names and said, you're spoiling the dinner. What's wrong with you? You're hopeless. Really got stuck into him. And he said to me, do you think this has had effect on my life? Man, you're 45 and you're telling me about this horrible story and saying that you don't want to take on responsibility at work for fear of getting it wrong and getting into trouble.
Yes.
Now that's childhood trauma.
This is the exact perfect example, Mark. There's another one from this week. I was talking to someone. She has a female partner, but that was not the issue we were talking about. It was more so a painful event in her childhood. Grandpa was sexually abusing her. And mom and grandma was aware. Now,
Oh,
you can imagine how that has affected her life. She probably has about zero trust towards men. So if you have events that keep coming back, that keeps troubling your head and you have nightmares and it's just not going in from your head and you're listening to us, then it's time probably to let it go. And I see people who let it go in 10, 20 years and some in 50, 60 or 70 years. So there's a way. There are tools to get rid of the past and set yourself free. Well, get in touch. Any last words, Mark?
no, but it often amazes me about some of the things that have happened in people's childhood. I've got my own stories, of course. You've heard some of those, and these just they're carried with you into everything you do in later life, and they affect you badly in some
Yeah.
cases.
Those events shape personality and how you function, how you behave. So to change any of that, we need to change how you have experienced that event in the past. And as we are always filtering what's going on, there has been a lot of things that as a child most people have not noticed, have not experienced. So then probably it's time to change the story, to have a new experience of yourself, whatever has happened, and that would shift your identity, who you think you are today. That's the trick. And yes, there are tools for that. Thanks very much and see you soon.
Pleasure, my friend.